You're 9 years old. Asleep under a mosquito net in your family's mud brick hut. When the night splits open with boots and gunfire. Hands drag you into the dirt before you can even scream. Your mother claws at the soldiers. Until a rifle but cracks her jaw. Your father begs. Wrong move. They shoot him where he kneels. The smell of blood and gunpowder. Staining the air forever. A commander shoves a rust-spotted AK into your shaking hands. It's heavier than you are. Prove you're one of us, he says. Jerking his chin toward your little brother, sobbing in the dust. You freeze. He presses the barrel of his rifle against your brother's chest. Then wraps his callous hand around yours. Curling your small fingers over the trigger. Do it, he whispers. His hand squeezes until yours obeys. The crack shatters the night. And your brother drops. Foul is over. And you're now a soldier. The first night is no sleep. It's a blur of crying. Shouting. And the smell of diesel clinging to your skin. They march you and a dozen other kids into the bush barefoot. Stumbling through thorny undergrowth that rips your legs open. Every step feels like it's punishing you for surviving. When dawn comes. You're lined up in a clearing. A commander walks down the row. Eyes sharp as machetes. He points at the smallest boy, maybe 7. And shakes his head. Too weak. 2 men drag the child into the trees. His screams echo for a minute. Then nothing. Lesson 1. Weakness is death. Your turn. They shove the rifle into your arms. Its weight almost toppling you. Not yet. The commander sneers. He pulls a knife from his belt. And presses it into your palm. This is better. A villager is dragged forward. Bound and gagged. His face familiar. It's the man who used to give you mangoes at the market. He pleads with his eyes. Muffled sobs through the cloth. Do it. Or join him. Your stomach twists. Your hands shake. You whisper, I can't. Wrong answer. A fist slams into your gut. Knocking the air out of you. The barrel presses against your temple again. Cold as betrayal. Survival makes the choice for you. You raise the knife. The world narrows to the sound of your own breath. Ragged. Frantic. Then silence. Broken only by the thud of a body hitting the dirt. Childhood dies a second time. They pat your back. They call you brother now. But the word tastes like ash. You wake each day to a chorus of gunfire. The executions. Some child caught trying to escape. Some villager accused of betrayal. You stop asking why. Your body becomes their project. They march you until your soul cracks. Feed you scraps that barely keep your ribs from piercing skin. When you falter. The butt of a rifle corrects your spine. When you collapse. They drag you into the shade. Pour powder and liquid down your throat. Brown. Brown. They call it a mix of cocaine and gunpowder that sets your heart on fire. And burns away the fear. Suddenly. You're not starving. Suddenly. You're invincible. At least that's what they want you to believe. At night. The real rituals begin. They paint ash across your face. Force you to kneel before the commander. He lifts a machete above your head like a priest blessing a disciple. The army is your mother. The army is your father. The army is your blood. You repeat it again and again. Until the words bleed into your bones. Your name is forbidden. It's too dangerous. Too human. They give you a new one. Sharp. Violent. A name meant for killing. Your old name fades like a dream. You're not allowed to remember. And in the back of your mind, you recall stories of Spartan boys whipped until they stopped crying. Janissaries stripped from their villages and given new names. You used to think that was ancient cruelty. Now it's your daily reality. Different centuries. Same nightmare. One night, they hand you a box. Inside, the severed hand of a man accused of desertion. You're ordered to wear it on a string around your neck as a lesson. The smell of rot clings to you for days. By the time they let you bury it, you're already numb. Numb enough to shoot. Numb enough to smile. Cry. Kill when told. Numb enough to survive. The day arrives without warning. Dawn breaks red. Smoke curling above a village ahead. The commanders herd you forward. Rifles raised. Machetes gleaming. Your heart hammers so hard. You can feel it in your teeth. The village looks like your own ones did. Goats tethered by clay huts. Women pounding grain. Children chasing a ball of rags. They don't see you. Until it's too late. Then chaos erupts. Screams. Flames. Gunfire. Go, your commander shouts. Shoving you into the fray. Your rifle feels like an anchor in your hands. But the trigger is just a finger away. You freeze. A boy your age bolts from the doorway. Eyes wide with the same terror you feel. For a split second, you see yourself reflected there. Barefoot. Innocent. Unarmed. Shoot. The commander snarls. The barrel of his own rifle presses between your shoulder blades. Instinct takes over. You squeeze the trigger. The kick slams against your shoulder. The boy falls. The sound echoes louder than the gunfire around you. The whole scene runs in slow motion before you. You stumble forward. Ears ringing. Stomach heaving. But the killing doesn't stop. Men torch houses. Women dragged by their hair. Children screaming. Then silenced. A commander grabs your arm. Drags you to a body. Dips your fingers into fresh blood. And smears it across your cheeks. Now you are reborn, he whispers. Reborn is what? You don't dare ask. That night, the camp feasts. Meat roasted over fire. Stolen from the same village you helped destroy. Around the flames. The boys laugh like hyenas. Voices cracked with adrenaline. And powder. You laugh too. Because if you don't, they'll know. By 15. You're no longer the trembling child dragged from a hut. You're the one storming them. Kicking down doors. Pressing rifles into smaller hands. And telling them the same words you once heard. Prove you're one of us. The cycle turns. And you're both cog. And engine. Some kids tote rifles. Others haul ammo. And food. Girls are claimed as wives. And punished if they resist. Raids blur into each other. Villages burned. Livestock stolen. Children snatched. Some of those children cry for their mothers. Others just stare at you with hollow eyes. You tell yourself you're saving them from death. But the truth gnaws at you. You're dragging them into the same living grave. There are moments of strange brotherhood. Around the fire. You and the other boys joke. Share scraps of food. Even sing. For a heartbeat. You feel human again. But then dawn comes. And you're ordered to march. To forget. And kill bloody everyone coming your way. The commanders keep you drugged. Powder rubbed into your gums. Pills slipped into your hand like candy. The rush makes your limbs light. Your fears vanish. But when the high fades, the ghosts return. Nightmares rip you awake. Faces of the ones you killed. Eyes staring through the dark. You try not to sleep. You try not to remember. You think of janissaries forced to fight their own kin. Of Chamar rogue children made executioners. Of Spartan boys killing slaves in the night. History isn't in books anymore. It's carved into your own hands. Some nights, you dream of escape. Running through the jungle. Until the gunfire fades. But you know what happens to those who try. Their corpses are displayed at dawn. Bodies stiff. Flies buzzing. Mouths frozen in silent screams. You swallow your dream. And march on. By 17. Your rifle feels like an extension of your body. Your eyes are dead glass. Your voice gravel from smoke and chance. You're not fighting for freedom. Or for glory. Or even for survival. You're fighting because you've forgotten how to stop. It happens fast. It always does. One raid too many. One ambush too sudden. You're 17. Stumbling through tall grass. When gunfire tears the air apart. Bullets snap past like angry insects. A blast hurls you onto your back. The sky spinning above you. Your ears ring. Your leg burns. Blood soaking the dirt. The commander screams orders. But you can barely lift your head. And then they leave. The same men who called you brother. Vanish into the trees. Their boots pounding. Their rifles cracking in retreat. You're not worth carrying. You're not worth saving. Hours pass. The pain sharpens. Then dulls. And sharpens again. By dusk. Strangers in blue helmets appear. Foreign soldiers. Aid workers. They haul you onto a stretcher. He's just a boy, one says. Voice muffled by the haze. Just a boy. The words sting like mockery. The camp they take you to smells of medicine and bleach. They cut your rags away. Stitch your leg. Give you food that tastes like ash. They tell you you're free now. Free where it feels hollow. Free to do what? Free to be who? Because when you close your eyes, you don't see freedom. You see villages burning. You see children crying. You see the brother you shot at 9. His face frozen in shock forever. You see the boy you shot at 13. The world outside the camp is no kinder. The villagers whisper when you pass. Murderer. Traitor. Monster. They're not wrong. Your old home is gone. Your family buried. The army made sure you belong nowhere. Too broken for the world you left. Too human for the world you were forced into. You wander the edges of towns. Begging. Hiding. Surviving. Uniforms gone. But it doesn't matter. The war isn't over. It's stitched into your skin. By 20. The mirror no longer shows a boy. It shows a stranger. Eyes flat. Skin scarred. Hands trembling even when empty. You survived the army. The raids. The bullets. But survival is no life. It's just another prison. Some nights. You still hear the commander's voice. Prove you're one of us. And in the silence that follows, you realize you did. You proved it again and again. With every trigger pulled. Every torch dropped. Every child dragged from their bed. You proved it. Now there's nothing left to prove. Only ghosts. You sit alone. Watching children play in the dust. They laugh. Chasing a ball of rags. Just like you once did. For a heartbeat. You almost smile. And one of them shouts your old name. You spin. Heart racing. But no one's calling you. They're just playing. Your name belongs to someone else. You're 9 years old again. Under the mosquito net. Dreaming of fireflies. But the boy under that net never wakes up. You've outlived the war. But not yourself. Your childhood was executed. And the executioner still lives within you. And while your life as a child soldier was filled with suffering, there were others across the world whose fate wasn't much better. Behind silk walls in Ming,